This world is not what you think it is. This world is not what you think it is. Oh, oh.
Broader, going on this adventure, searching for the reasons why. All I see is this flat water. With a telescope I can see farther, so curvature does not apply. Now that I'm awake and I can't turn back, I know space is fake and the earth is flat. Look inside your soul and you'll also know that it's not just me. There's a curve on the earth and to me it's surprising. Now I know Earth is not a globe. NASA and other space agencies always lying. But after all, Earth is not a globe. Oh, it's not a globe. Yeah. I know you think you're educated, but you're simply indoctrinated. They're trying to control your mind, teaching us things that can't be proven, like Big Bang and evolution, but we're actually all divine. My eyes are open wide, all my fear is gone. God is on my side, how could I go wrong? People seem so blind to what's going on. It's not hard to see the sun as it shines on the sea, local lighting. But they say it's so far away. Sometimes it just seems like they're not even trying. There'll come a day when people say there's a curve on the earth, and to me it's surprising. No, Earth is not a globe. NASA and other space agencies always lying. But after all, Earth is not a
You and me, brother. In his hands he's got a you and me, sister. In his hands he's got a you and me, brother. In his hands he's got the whole world in his hands.
Oh, oh. This world is not what you think it is. This world is not what you think it is. Oh, oh.
It is part of the natural physics of water and other fluids to always find their level and remain flat. If disturbed in any way, motion ensues until the flat level is resumed. If dammed up then released, the nature of all liquids is to quickly flood outwards, taking the easiest course towards finding its new level. The upper surface of a fluid at rest is a horizontal plane, because if a part of the surface were higher than the rest, those parts of the fluid which were under it would exert a greater pressure upon the surrounding parts than they received from them, so that motion would take place amongst the particles and continue until there were none at a higher level than the rest, that is, until the upper surface of the whole mass of fluid became a horizontal plane. If the Earth is an extended flat plane, then this fundamental physical property of fluids finding and remaining level is consistent with experience and common sense. If, however, the Earth is a giant sphere tilted on its vertical axis, spinning through never-ending space, then it follows that truly flat, consistently level surfaces do not exist here. Moreover, if the Earth is spherical, then it follows that the surface of all Earth's water, including the massive oceans, must maintain a certain degree of convexity. but this is contrary to the fundamental physical nature of water to always be and remain level.
Lost in a romance, wilderness of pain, and all the children are insane.
Without reasonable question, this is indisputable evidence that the actual observable apparent horizon is a geometric impossibility under the globe model. At an observation height of only 1 foot, under the globe model, the visible edge of the globe, which the globe supporters refer to as the horizon, would have to be closer than 1.2 miles. This is their math. Again, the globe supporters believe the horizon is the observable, tangible, physical edge of the globe that marks the point at which objects begin to supposedly disappear behind the curvature. But you don't have to take my word for it. Here's a mainstream globe supporter describing what the horizon is under the globe.
Have you ever been standing at the edge of water, say like an ocean, and looked out on the horizon and said, I wonder exactly how far away that horizon is? You know, where the sky meets the sea, that's the horizon. Well, it turns out because the earth is curved that it depends on where you're standing and how far above water you're standing. So if your eyes are 8 inches above the water, right then you're about a mile away from that horizon point where the sky meets the ocean as far as you can tell. If you're standing up above water and you're like I am about 6 feet tall, that means your eyes are about 5.5 feet above the water's edge, which means that you're about 3 miles away from the horizon. Isn't that amazing? Going from 8 inches above water, 5.5 feet above water, is the distance between 2 miles between you and the horizon. Mind-blowing, if you ask me.
You heard it, and the globe supporters can't spin out of this one. Globalists believe, without any supporting evidence, that the horizon is the tangible, physical, observable edge of the globe, and the claim is utter nonsense. But remember, our globe supporter said at 8 inches or 0.67 feet that the horizon would be 1 mile away. Well, at least his math is correct according to this distance to the horizon calculator. He also stated that at 5.5 feet that the horizon would be 3 miles away. Again, and to his credit, his math is roughly accurate. But both statements are actually incorrect under the globe model, as the 1 mile and 5.5 mile references would be the maximum distances to the globe horizon, because the calculator is based on a presupposed and unrealistic perfect glass-like conditions with no miraging, atmospheric distortion, opacity, compression, haze, waves, swells, mist, etc., which would only reduce that supposed distance to the horizon. Looking back at BMLSB 69's footage and using the same official globe math, at an observation height of 1 foot, the maximum distance to the alleged physical horizon under the globe would have to be closer than 1.2 miles. You don't have to be a math genius to recognize the problem with the globe here. The visible horizon that was filmed on video extends further than 9.4 miles. Yes, this one single video destroys the globe, and all of the higher propagandists out there can't save it. But I do respectfully take issue with Quantum Eraser, Nathan Oakley, Mitchell from Australia, and the Ballbusters for referring to this globe-damning evidence as a Black Swan. Because this is not a Black Swan. This is not an aberration. This is not a rarity. This is your every damn day swan. So long as there is no mirage, visibility is high, and the water is calm, the globe fails each and every time. So let's begin. For this first horizon test of mine, I was at the Great Salt Lake in Utah. I brought my camera down to just 0.4 feet off of the ground. The distant peninsula here was 1.34 miles away from the camera. Under the globe, the physical horizon would have to be closer than 0.8 miles. Instead, the horizon extends much further than 1.34 miles, thus disproving the globe model. Some of the globe supporters claim that I falsified the height of the camera with the last test, and so a few days later, I went back again to the same location to do it again, and I conducted the test from both sides with the same results. Don't you find it interesting that all of the famous globe supporters never tell you to go out and measure the alleged size of the Earth yourself? I wonder why. But for this next test, I brought the camera down to just a few inches above the water, and this was dangerous. I took my cell phone out and filmed the Nikon P900 as I filmed the peninsula at just inches above the water. Under the globe model, at just a few inches above the water, the horizon could not be further than a mere 0.7 miles away. That's the maximum horizon distance under the globe model. You can clearly see the horizon extending many miles further than possible under the globe model. Do you see how the globe fails miserably here? In addition to the platform's video earlier at 1 foot, BMLSB69 also brought us other observations that can be used to prove that the true horizon is geometrically impossible under the globe. For this video, he's at an elevation of 105 feet. There are 3 oil platforms he's filming. The closest one is 10.9 miles, the second is at 21.9 miles, the third is at 26.4 miles. From that elevation, the horizon line could not be further than 12.6 miles under the globe. In other words, under the globe model, the horizon should appear before the second platform, and 59 feet of the second platform should be hidden by the alleged physical ball's edge. As you can see with your own eyes, the horizon is not only beyond the second platform, the horizon is beyond the third platform, further than 26.44 miles. According to the globe dimensions, 130 feet of the third platform should have been hidden below the horizon, but none of the platform is obstructed, and we know this since the horizon is beyond the third platform. We've seen footage from the Great Salt Lake and California. How about we examine some footage from Finland from YouTuber Velo42? In this case, the distant boat was 14.5 miles away from the observer, which was obtained by using marinetraffic.com. The observer's height was at only 2.5 feet above the water. Let's check out our globe calculator. That means the horizon would have to be closer than only 1.9 miles. You can see that horizon is further than the boat that was 14.5 miles away. How can you tell that the horizon is further than the boat? Because there's another large boat behind it right here that is very far away. Do you see it? Notice that this large distant boat is prospectively higher than the boat in front of it, which is another impossibility under the globe, as distant objects are supposed to get visibly lower from your angle, not higher. Is the globe busted? You bet it is. What about Florida? Does the globe horizon hold up in Florida? Wide Awake has probably a dozen videos proving the impossibility of the globe horizon. This is my favorite as he brought down his camera to just 2.5 feet above the water. Remember, at 2.5 feet, that globe physical edge must be closer than 1.9 miles. And you can see that the horizon is further than 11.6 miles, and he repeated this a few times. How about in Nova Scotia? Thankfully, James Mann showed us the globe fails the horizon test in Canada as well. In this case, this horizon was supposed to be closer than 11.2 miles, but the horizon is further than 27.3 miles. Again and again, the globe physical horizon fails. Without that globe physical horizon, there is no globe, as it's a mathematical impossibility. How about that dropping horizon mentioned earlier by the globe supporter? Fortunately, Felix Baumgartner busted that nonsense. Here's the horizon at approximately 10 feet when Felix entered the capsule. Here's the horizon line at 128,000 feet. The horizon did not drop one bit. The horizon impossibly rose with the camera. Again, disproving the globe model. Now do you understand why I think referring to this video by BMLSB69 as a black swan is not accurate? This flat earth proof is just an every damn day swan. So long as visibility is high, without a mirage, and the waters are calm, you will see that the globe physical horizon edge simply does not exist, and thus the ball earth does not exist. That is a fact. How much more evidence do you need? I don't know how to make this more understandable. The globe is a mathematical impossibility. It's that simple. I mean, you can choose to believe in magical refraction fairies that somehow impossibly remove very tall bulges of water and then cause those tall bulges of water to reappear many miles further away at even a higher perspective, while somehow leaving the physical objects in the middle unaffected by the fairy dust. Sure, you can believe in the globe fairies who have no other purpose than to trick you into believing in a flat earth by hiding the globe edge. But stay the hell away from me. I'm not interested in joining your messed up cult. But for the rational, intelligent, independently minded person, do you really believe that the horizon is the leading edge of the ball earth with a circumference of 24,901 miles and zooming around in the vacuum of space? Or will you allow yourself to question your indoctrination? I don't want you to believe me. Do the math yourself. Check out the calculators, which are based on the globe math. Go out with a pair of binoculars or a telescope and test it for yourself. And if you get a chance, take a picture of that non-existent globe edge and send it to me. My email is tabooconspiracy@gmail.com. Love to everyone.
A lie is a lie, and it don't matter how many dumb sheeple believe it. And the truth is the truth, hiding right out in plain sight, and still people don't see it. Man, this shit got me heated, and I won't stop till the elite are being defeated. They keep us deceived about everything that we think, and they keep it a secret. What we're taught is not conducive with reality. Big bang, evolution, and there's gravity. I tell the truth and then these motherfuckers laugh at me, telling me the earth is photoshopped because it has to be. Most people accept the deception happily, but what they're doing to us all is a tragedy. God created the heavens and the earth in a verse, but we're living in a galaxy. They say we're monkeys on a ball flying through outer space, but there's no proof, it seems to have vanished without a trace. NASA and other agencies falling down from grace. You can take that bullshit pseudoscience and get out my face. I'm the antisocial type, you're a government prototype. That's why you make it a point to tell me that I'm crazy every time you're angry, cause you know I'm right. I'm standing outside the house of cards about to watch it fall. No more living on a cartoon ball. Horizon means horizontal. Indoctrination is awful because you're taught the globe model. Ever since y'all could crawl, we follow rapists and murderers, liars, thieves, and sun worshippers, saying we can't see curvature cause we're all too small. And though it's never been proven, they say we're ripping and shooting. The earth is spinning and moving. Oh no, no, not at all. It's a criminal enterprise where deception intensifies. NASA's got us all living like on a cartoon ball. They say that we went to the moon 6 times, but pure BS is the way that smelled. Now they're telling us that we can't even leave the planet because of the Van Allen radiation belt. Yeah, okay, sure. NASA, what you lying for? You lying now, you lied before. I can't take this anymore. The only thing they took to space was your imagination. Fake aliens are coming, now they have you waiting. We need to do something about it, no procrastination. Trying to cause the masses to awaken, that's the path I've taken. But you can see if you check all the percentages, so many people having cognitive dissonance. But that's what happens at the loss of your innocence. Then you get involved with all of this wickedness. They try to do all the humans this way. So are they just idiots? Who is to say? Conditioned by the television, it makes your decisions, opinions, and you just obey. Stuck in the material domain of Satan, where everything in each and every day is pagan. Mandela effect, cause the game is changing. People waking up and now the cage is shaking. The earth is flat, and that is a universal fact. If it isn't that, then tell me where the fuck the curve is at. They tell us that we can't see it because we're all too small, and now we're spinning on a cartoon ball. Horizon means horizontal. Indoctrination is awful because you're taught the globe model. Ever since y'all could crawl, we follow rapists and murderers, liars, thieves, and sun worshippers, saying we can't see curvature cause we're all too small. And though it's never been proven, they say we're ripping and shooting. The earth is spinning
This world is not what you think it is. This world is not what you think it is.